Good morning. Today I am going to talk on the outcome of the Gujarat Assembly election just held. There is from my point of view, it is a loss and gain of both the parties. And the results of this state assembly elections is very educative to all of peoples who are involved in seeing how the peoples are awakening themselves, how they are asserting, how they are coming forwards, how they are struggling, how they are progressing like this. So it is just like a social laboratory, it is made like this. Two aspect is very important in this context. One is that the ruling party was saying that this is a vote for development, and their purpose was and the motive was the development, and the vote they have received is on the basis of the development they have done. Whereas the other party, the Congress, is saying that our purpose is also development, and we are secular, and we are giving the message of love and service in these in rural areas, and we are cementing the societies, not disintegrating the societies. So there are two different opinions, but the result shows that both the parties really is a loss and gain of both the parties. The Congress, this is obvious, this is a household name that the BJP is on the elections and they also established their government. But the Congress is also arguing that fine, they are electorally they have been defeated by the BJP, the ruling party, but politically we won the elections because we have regained our strength from less seats to more seats. But the fact is also there that the BJP's won less seats than they are having, and their expectations of 150 seats, they could not achieve that, and they are remained up to the two-digit victory. Whereas the Congress has won more than that. Now, two aspects from my perspective is there here because in the rural areas the BJP gets less seats than their counterpart. So from my perspective, it is a some sorts of crisis of local governance at the rural areas, rural governance at the local level. Why it is so? Because the institutions, that is constitutional institutions or other institutions, they are not fully geared up to enable the local peoples, to enable the marginalized sections of societies to participate in the development process. For example, Panchayati Raj is a constitutional bodies, but there, if we see the devolution index, that is the Ministry of Panchayati Raj prepared a report that only 48% of the expected devolution has taken place. In other words, that the finance functionaries, which are very important for the local governments to emerge as a real de facto sense of government, that has not taken place in that area. In the sense of that those elected representatives there, they were not able to be assertive. And as the Ashok Mehta Committee report said in 1978, that is also true that the politician and the bureaucrats are holding the balance and they are not interested to prosper these local institutions where the local people participate. The other aspect of this, that the PAISA, provision of panchayat in scheduled areas, the act was legislated in 1996, and that is very important for the tribal areas. The reason is that it put the land Jal Jangal Jameel in the hands of the tribals, because the land resources are very important in the context of local peoples, and their resources, ownership of these resources must be with them so that they have a sense of ownership with these resources. Now in this context also, the study revealed that the power of taking the decisions has been given to the panchayats at the appropriate level, means the Gram Panchayat level, Taluka Panchayat level, District Panchayat level. Whereas this power is not given to the Gram Sabha. Gram Sabha means that the assembly of all the voters of the local level. So if had it been given to them, that would enable each and everybody to participate in a decentralized governance, planning and development. So that is also some sorts of lacuna at local level. That's why this problem arises. Now the local resources aspect is very important that the Mr. Rajesh ji, this Bhatt study revealed that the compensation which is to be given to the village levels, of the total only 0.3% has been given to the village panchayat. So that is also so that the less resources on the part of the local institutions. Then other is that the local level that the cattle are said as a pasudhan. This is only a wealth, not the other things. So that if the resources at the local levels have been not in the control of the local people, that's why there is a stress on cattle wealth also. That is also very important in this context. So all these tend to such a way that was a source of dissatisfaction at the local level that has been converted in the rural areas. Other aspect is the said that the caste and other things and this three persons, that is a Patidar, Mr. Patidar, Hardik Patel, and this Thakur and the other gentlemen belong to the Dalit community. They emerge there. Why it is so? It has to be examined from that angles. If some party argue that it is some sorts of caste system that is emerging, it is not like this. In fact, it is a natural process of development, and the political party introspect themselves that why it so happened. Had it been the participative development at local level, such type of guru, such type of person might have not emerged, because they would also belongs to the vulnerable sections, and they are emerged and they have been voted to the power. Why it is so? That there is a dissatisfaction at the local level. Another, it is not a caste system like such. From my perspective, from my point of view, it is a process of social mobilizations. So through social mobilizations, these persons are mobilizing a different community, that may be OBC, that may be Dalit, that may be SCs, other weaker section, women and others, those who are vulnerable section, so that they come together, they have a group there, they have their federations, they have their networks, they have the trust to each other, so that they will develop the social capital there, and that will enable us to have a proper coordination and cooperation at the local level. So there is a learning for other states also, because in the next year there is also election for some states, and there this is very important, and that how much the political party at power at the state level able to enable the local institutions to be autonomous, and how they are enables the vulnerable section, marginalized sections to participate in the development process will decide the fate of the different political parties. Thank you very much.
कहाँ से ऑफिसर
उसी करता है